Hi class, my name is Latanya Moore and I'm a student at Our Lady of the Lake University and I'm majoring in the social work curriculum. The area that I chose to highlight was Sunset Heights. Sunset Heights has been around in the Houston area for over 100 years. With the new development and the influx of different people coming into the area was once Hispanic but is now developing into an emerging society of mixed ethnic groups. Sunset Heights is an area that is pretty much a historical area because of the homes. It is also historical because of the fact that Kano's, which is one of the emerging farmers markets that's been around for 50 years. In the area of Sunset Heights, people in this area have been known to live in this area for 50, 60 plus years. Homes in this area are over 100 years old, and pretty much it's a community of family and development within the community. People in this community pretty much have neighbors for many, many years and have watched their children grow up while living in the area. When visiting Sunset Heights, I noticed that Sunset Heights is emerging and it's developing into a new city for young working Americans to come in and live in these areas for about 2 years because the oil companies in the area are developing homes in the area that are phasing out the old existing historical homes. I had a chance to sit down and talk to residents within the community and discover the things that interest them and the challenges that they face and the strengths that the community has within them. When visiting the agencies that are servicing Sunset Heights, many of the agencies such as Star of Hope, such as Greater Houston, and with the other programs such as WIC, many in the community feel that these are very good organizations that are helping the Hispanic population. The problem is that many in this community are undocumented, and those that are documented Hispanic citizens are now at the fact where they're phasing out and moving into the suburbs. So in the inner cities, many of these agencies are 501c3s, where they offer services that are free to those that do qualify, such as the Star of Hope. The Star of Hope will offer transitional living to homeless people, whether it's veterans, women, and children. These services are free, and it helps them to get back into the mainstream of life while they were facing their challenges. With WIC program, the WIC program is a great program that has been around for many, many years. And with this program, it offers pregnant women and children nutritious supplement meals that they can have in the home that are free to them, that is being taken care of by the government. When visiting the community, I had a chance to speak to a youth leader that has been involved with the community for 26 years. Currently, she resides in Cyprus, but spends the majority of her free time within the church and trying to gather the Hispanic population while empowering them to understand their strengths and understanding their resilience within the community. In a moment, I will introduce to you Mrs. Rodriguez, who's a team leader, a team youth leader at the Church of Emmanuel Baptist. And in this video, you will see how she demonstrates the resilience, the community development, and the new changes and challenges that the community is facing within this growing Sunset Heights area. Please stay tuned and watch the video as she describes her experiences that she's seen over within the last 26 years while being a member at the Emmanuel Baptist Church. Thank you. Hello class, today I have the pleasure of meeting with Esther Rodriguez. Esther Rodriguez is a youth leader at the Emmanuel Church, and I'm going to discuss with her some of the challenges that she's seen while being in this church. Esther, you've been at Emmanuel for how many years?
27 years.
27 years. And what are the challenges that you've seen while dealing with the Hispanic population that are parishioners at the church?
I think first of all will be the economic status of the families, the disadvantages that they faced. We have many needed families, many things that we would like to do with the youth. Everything has to be done through fundraisers in order for us to go places. And I think that would be one of the major disadvantages that we faced in our church.
Now, are there many options for the youth in the area to go to, like, like we have in the burbs, we have like the Boys and Girls Club or the YMCA. Are there many options for them out here?
No. Well, there are some that I know the YMCA is here, but I know a lot of our kids they don't live in this area. Some of them are from Pasadena. Some of them are maybe on the other side of downtown, and so they're involved in their school. But within the community, uh, there are places like I said, the YMCA. There's another community center that is here available, and I think it's $35 a month as a membership. Um, if our kids will attend to those places, a lot of times they don't because of the lack of financial resources.
As a member of this church for the last 20 years, what would you say would be the strength of the community that you serve?
I think that the strength that our community has is the love and the care that the people here express. They're always willing to help in serving. Um, they're very giving people. They may not have money to give, but their time and service and their dedication is a big plus in here.
What would you like to see if you could make changes to the community that you serve? Like, I noticed that when I have traveled around here, there's not like a local grocery store like we have, like HEB or Kroger's or something like that. Yes, you have the farmers market and stuff like that. The road off of Airline, I know, has recently just gotten taken care of after so many years of the roads just being in terrible conditions. But looking around this community, what are some things that is needed?
I think we need just a community pulling together itself. I think um, just helping each other, looking after each other. The park, I know the park is right next to us, and we don't see a lot of people as we used to. I don't know if people are afraid their children, bringing in their little ones to the community. When we do activities outside the church, it's hard to reach out to people, and I think part of it is lacking of security. I think a lot of the people are afraid. You know, I think more security, probably, like you said, in HEB, more stores where people, can just, go in and shop and know that, there's resources out there.
And
The
there's employment out there.
Yes, for them. I think that will be a big plus. I think, in above all, the roads are improving a lot. I mean, back in those days, oh my gosh, it was, you know, you would get a new car and it was like, Lord, don't let me lose my wheel because I gotta go home. So those are big improvements. I think the police also, we seen them, during the school hours. We see them. They'll usually park in our church, and but I think it will help if we see more of that. You know.
Do you think that a lot of like I kind of tie a lot of the improvements to the local area because of the gentrification that's going on with the new homes being built, so they're trying to bring in a whole new type of population into this area and phase out other populations. Do you think because of that you're seeing the improvements in the road? You're starting to see these big gorgeous homes go up, but here you have a neighbor next door to you that can barely meet ends meet. Do you think that with the gentrification that it will phase out your population that you serve?
We have thought about that as a church. We don't see a lot of youth, a lot of children, um, like they're like far out of the church area. Like you said, homes that are being built, new families are coming in. Um, I don't know what will be the challenges that we will face. I really believe they're going to be different. Um, in a way, it's going to be good for the community, less crime, um, less gangs, but also as a church, we will have to go behind those homes to reach out
To the
to the
to your
to the people,
population.
yeah, to our people,
Yeah.
and we would do it. We would do it. The new community that's coming in, I think they are stepping up as well. We see them out walking more. Um, they're breaking that fear,
And they're
teaching.
breaking the barriers, the
Yes,
communication
also.
barriers.
I think that's because we see it in our church. In our church, there's not. It's not all about Spanish speaking people. We have all kinds of people in our church. We have Anglos, we have African American, and so we have to change our services. So as a church, we have to make changes as well. It's not just about Hispanics. It's about everyone, and anyone that wants to come in here and worship with us. So to us, that's an advantage. And so we have to teach our parents that the culture is changing, the community is changing. So it is up to us to reach out to them as well. So that's how we see it.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I like to thank you for your time
Yes.
and shedding some more light on the area and the population and your parishioners that you serve. Again, I've had the pleasure of meeting with Mrs. Esther Rodriguez, and she is a youth leader at the Emmanuel Church. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope that it was educational, where you understood the strengths and the challenges that is faced within the Hispanic community at Sunset Heights. The role of a social worker in this particular community would be to unite the macro, the meso, and the micro levels. When we think of Sunset Heights, we think of Sunset Heights as an emerging community because of the influx of homes that are being offered. The problem that exists within the Sunset community is that there are no jobs that are being offered to people that could qualify for employment. So we have a situation where Sunset Ridge is approximately about 9 to 10 miles away from the city of Houston. But with the influx of homes being developed in the community, many members of this community have to outsource themselves out to neighboring communities that will employ them. So if I was a social worker within this community, I would work with local developers and community leaders to bring in jobs within this community to bring up the population as well as empower the people. What I discovered about Sunset Heights is that Sunset Heights is a wonderful and rich community. As what was said by Mrs. Rodriguez, people in this community are very family oriented. They don't have a lot of money, but they will give you their last. They're very friendly people and very welcoming people. And after the video that I had with Mrs. Rodriguez, she was able to take me around to the community and show me the times when the community was first starting out from 1906. And she showed me how the community has developed over time. Sunset community could be a wonderful community have we gotten together, the community leaders, to assemble to understand what exactly is needed by the Hispanic community. It's great to bring in a community that's going to be filled with beautiful homes and a economic increase in the Anglo-Saxon world, but for the Hispanic population that still resides in Sunset Heights, what exactly is community leaders doing for its citizens that originally started within that community? In conclusion, when we think about our Hispanic population, we need to think about many of these people are first-term generation Hispanics. Many people in this community do not understand the bureaucracy of the red tape of what is actually needed to live in a growing population and sustain their own presence within that population. So I thank you for joining me on this video and joining me on this treasure hunt. It's been an enlightening experience, and it's something that I will always remember for many years to come. Thank you, and have a great day.